nobody stop what the Most High put together. We gon' see. In times. Serpents lurking, watchers watching, Yasharala stay on point. They lurking. We under the covenant, we ain't got no other choice. Gird your loins up, armor up, cause it's time for war. We the generation that's gon' get on one accord. Serpents lurking, watchers watching, Yasharala stay on point. We under the covenant, we ain't got no other choice. Gird your loins up, armor up, cause it's time for war.
Do you believe you live on a globe?
Yeah, as in the Earth is round.
The Earth is a sphere, a round,
Right,
ball-shaped
sure.
sphere.
Yeah.
You believe that?
Yep.
Could I ask you why?
Just from what I've studied and pictures and space and all that.
Yeah. You said you studied. Could I ask you what you studied?
Just normal science within school. And
Yeah. So I love natural science. Natural science to me is testable, repeatable,
Sure.
observable. Could you give me one practical example of a body of water conforming to the exterior of a shape?
I don't know. I don't. Off the hand, I'm not 100% sure.
Well, a body of water,
Okay.
liquid, any liquid.
Like glass of water
Yeah, but
conforms to the
to the inside.
right.
So it will form the shape of
Right.
its container.
Sure.
The surface is always horizontal and parallel.
Sure.
Yeah. But if you try to make the water conform to the outside of the glass, it wouldn't happen.
Okay.
So the Earth is covered 80% in water. So how could it be possible that we live on a sphere?
So why is it important?
No, we're just gauging reactions
Yeah.
and asking people.
No. I actually go on another issue too. It's actually in the Bible. It mentions that
The Earth is flat.
the Earth is Noah's actually the circle of the Earth. Isaiah chapter 40
That's right.
says the circle of the Earth.
Yep. I've spoken to many religious people
Sure.
about this very same subject. And a circle can be interpreted
Sure.
as
Yes, we're in.
a circle, or it doesn't say a sphere, it says a circle. The Quran, all these different things, and about stretching at the heavens. Are you religious yourself?
Yes, I am.
You are religious. But for me, it says a lot in these religious. I'm not a religious person, by the
Okay.
way, just so that you know, that the Earth is stationary and flat.
I believe in a creator. I believe
Yeah.
that he's made us to
Yeah.
enjoy the earth that it is.
So
I don't like as far as issues and
yeah.
conspiracy theories and stuff
No,
like
no,
that.
no,
Yeah,
no.
I think there's probably that, but
So would it make sense to you then that there's two mindsets? One mindset could be this: life's an accident. That life came from rocks. It formed itself. There was a big bang, and that everything's flying through endless space with no meaning. They're trying to push evolution. They're trying to push abiogenesis, which is life from nothing. It just happens itself. Now that's one mind state. The other mind state is life is created, the earth is created, and this is exactly where you're supposed to be. Now those two mindsets to me are totally different, because one makes you feel significant and one makes you feel insignificant.
Sure.
So that's for me why they created the whole globe illusion.
so I mean I don't really see how it correlates to being able to, if we are created and it is a globe,
Yeah.
what's
Well,
Well,
for control purposes, humans are very curious and explore. So if I was to put a barrier around you and fence you in, you would realise there was a barrier and you would want to see what was beyond the barrier.
would there be a barrier if it was flat as well?
Well, this is what we don't know. But if I was to say to you that you live on a sphere, a globe, there's no way off of it and everything's been discovered, the chances are that you're not going to explore, you're just going to accept what you were told.
You look at creation and you look at the programs and stuff like that, as far as like people looking into creation or what the earth has and animals. I mean, it's infinitesimal. Like there's so much we're learning
Yeah.
still. I agree. Scientists will try to peg hole it as far as this is how
Yeah.
we've come about, and they have no idea.
No.
It's beyond.
No.
I mean, the human brain, you have no idea
Exactly.
what's going on. So,
Exactly. But that's great, that's exactly what I was looking for, because that's the truth. Nobody really knows what's going on, but you have these institutions who try and tell you what's going on. And when they tell you these things and there's zero proof, then for me, it's a lie. It's a lie. So
yeah, I think a lot of people are frustrated with how
Yeah.
science and
It's-
religion
it's
even
false.
and politics are going about it. So
well, science has been infiltrated by religion.
well, I
You know?
mean, and it's sad because I mean, even when the teaching of, I don't know, so many things that went against the church and so on like that, they killed them for, right? So I mean, on both sides, it's culpable for a lot of things.
Exactly.
So anyways,
Thank you very much for your time.
Thanks,
Appreciate
okay.
it. Could you give me one practical example of a body of water conforming to the exterior of any shape?
No, but we have, like, why shouldn't the Earth be round if, like, all other planets in the universe is round? Like,
that-
you see the sun is around. It's
Circle.
round. Yeah, circle, yeah. And when gravity pulls things together, it will be as fair as well.
So again, could you give me one practical example of gravity?
The sun.
Sun is a practical example of gravity.
Yeah, if you see the... I don't know, but...
This is great because what we're looking for is real reaction from people. We're not looking for people to answer the question. We're just looking for honest, genuine responses for the video
we
purposes.
have planets going around the sun because of its gravity.
Yeah, we totally understand the heliocentric model, but this is why we're out and we're asking people just to see what people really know. We just had a girl who said, well, I don't. I was only told it, so that's why I believe it. And we find that the majority of people is the same. We come back to like NASA and the space agencies. Are you aware that there is absolutely zero real video and real photographs from space?
But how do you prove that?
How would I prove that there's none? That there's no real
Yeah, but-
photos? NASA tell you.
Why do they say that there's pictures coming from satellites? Like, I watch a live feed from satellites where the astronauts are, like, at the International Space Station, and I see that the planet is around.
So you feel that that's real?
Yeah,
But why do you think it's real?
because it's a collaboration between several different governments and several different nations.
So, see, I asked again for the practical example, one practical example of a body of water conforming to the exterior of a shape. Again, I would ask again, could you give me one practical example of two opposing pressure systems existing side by side without a solid separation between them?
I don't even follow.
I don't even
Well,
understand
they say that space is a vacuum,
Yeah.
and that we live in a pressurized system. So those are two opposing pressure systems. In reality, when we observe and test opposing pressure systems, they have to have a solid barrier between them, or you have equilibrium. So your fridge freezer, a gas canister, if something's a different pressure from the environment, it has to be sealed, or it will equilibrate. Do you understand? Well, if you have a vacuum, which is, as a negative pressure system, so if you were to go to the back of the fridge freezer that has piping and a condenser and these things, it causes a pressure, same as your heating in your home, that builds up a pressure. Now if you were to remove the pipes, what would happen? You wouldn't have pressure, because it would equilibrate with the environment that you're in. So that's what I'm saying. If natural science requires proof of claims, so like I can't show you my pink unicorn. You can't show me a body of water conforming to the exterior of a shape, nor can you show me two opposing pressure systems existing side by side without a barrier between them. So why would I accept that as reality? Only because of NASA and these institutions.
Well, yeah, we've kind of figured that out more knowledge than
So as I say, we were just looking for genuine reactions. As I say, the natural physics of all liquids, is to seek and maintain its own level, and it will take the shape of any container. So we know that to hold water you have to have a cup or a bathtub or a swimming pool or a lake or a dam, and an ocean is just a bigger version of them. It's no different. The physical properties don't change, the physical laws don't change. The ocean's not made of jelly or souffle, it's water.
surface tension.
We have surface tension meniscus. Yep. So when you put it in a cup, you get a slight water tension. That's water tension. The same when you fill the glass up, you can get a slight curve because of water tension. But all I would be doing then is be proving that the water still has to be contained within the glass.
Well, yeah, if it pools of water on the ground, you still have to say.
Yeah. Yeah. But in a body of water, how water behaves, liquid, you could never, if I was to get a huge swimming pool and submerge a shape under the water, would you expect to see the shape in the top of the water? Of course you wouldn't. Of course you would. So, we build, construct based on these principles. Water is a natural element. It has a natural law and behaviour to it, and we use it in construction. We have done for thousands of years. By using it as a level, because we understand that it's a part of reality and it's a definite in reality. That's how it behaves. So we can depend on it. So what I would say to people then is, how can we be living on a sphere? If we were living in a sphere, we would have real 24-hour video, real images from space, but we don't.
And how can you provide evidence that the pictures aren't real?
Because they tell me. Who? NASA.
They haven't told me that they.
Go to their website and they'll tell you that all their images are composite images. They're composite images, they're not photographs. It's just people don't understand the language.
Yeah, if you're watching live videos here, no, space station.
Have you ever saw the movie Gravity?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but there's a difference to graphics now to 30 years ago.
Now, you don't think it's funny that all of a sudden...
But why? How can I watch at the sky through a telescope and see that Venus is square?
Circle?
Yeah.
It's not a sphere, it's a flat disc. But what we see is two-dimensional. We don't see spheres.
How satellites in life as well.
Well, we don't know what they are.
Around the Earth.
We don't know what I don't know what they are. What I would say to you is this: there's cameras now that Nikon have created called a P900 Coolpix with a super zoom. There's so many people all over Earth now who are videoing the stars and what they call planets, and they're nothing like NASA showed you. Nothing like NASA showed you. They're no solid bodied things. Most of the stars are like plasmic electrical fields that are just morphing in and out.
So you can see the moon, can't you?
You can see the moon. Yeah. You can see the moon, you can see the sun. But we see a two-dimensional flat disc. That's what we see. The fact of the matter is that nobody knows what the moon, the sun and the stars are. For thousands of years people have wondered what these things are in the sky. Nobody really knows. I know it's hard for people because people have been shown...
I don't believe that it's just a circle, like a flat circle. I believe it's a round thing.
But that's the correct terminology because you're using the word believe. So that's what we want. We want honest reactions from people so that people express that it is a belief.
But how can the scientific community be collectively, or not entirely collectively, since you don't believe it, but why is it's proven or a proven fact that the moon is circle or a sphere or something?
Well, we can all observe it and we can agree that we see something that's circular. We can all do that.
How can for 400 years people have been everyone have agreed that it is a circle?
See, I can't employ a logical fallacy and generalise and say that everybody believes. I'm not in a position to do that. I don't know what everybody believes.
Tell me that it is flat.
Yeah. Well, no.
So how can you say it's only flat?
No, I don't make a claim to know I don't know what it's made of. I don't know where it actually is. I don't know its full dimensions.
You don't believe that NASA landed on the moon?
No.
Either?
No.
How? Why?
It's zero proof.
They have.
Here's what
they have collected things from the moon that have space stations.
Well, the supposed moon rocks and stuff.
Yeah.
One of the rocks that they sent, I can't remember the university or wherever they sent it, was found to be petrified wood.
Holland.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
So.
But why isn't that commonly knowledge by the public then? If it's so obvious.
Well, this is the thing. If you take one generation of kids or people and you educate them in a certain method or with a certain belief or ideology, then that generation then automatically starts passing it on to the next generation, and it just becomes accepted as the norm. And for me, science should never be a closed book. It should always be open to question.
Yeah, but it is open to question.
Yep, it is. And the debates.
When the majority of people that are much smarter than me says or proves that there is that things are circle or round or square or something, then why shouldn't I believe that?
Yeah. Well, I would suggest that I would stop anybody from adopting any beliefs, because for me a belief is a substitute for knowing. So right away I would encourage people not to believe anything, to trust your own senses and to trust real natural science, which is observable, testable, repeatable. That's how we operate, that's how we construct. We have technology. There is an objective reality that's really there, that we can measure, test and depend on. So what I would say is, don't believe in any institution who's telling you that you should believe. For me, there's an issue with that. The fact of the matter is that for over 2 years now, myself, we've got a guy, Gavin, who's involved, who has an honours degree from Glasgow University in mathematics and physics. He understands that what he's been told is a lie. I have so many other friends now, because they based a lot of this stuff on false axioms. They started from a false premise, and then they create a mathematical construct based on a false premise. Now, the false premise in this case is that the Earth is a sphere.
Yeah, but that's what you guys say.
Yeah. Well, again, I went and I searched extensively, and I looked for proof, and I have found zero proof that the Earth is a globe. There is no measurable curvature. All things in nature, everything in natural science tells me beyond any shadow of a doubt that it cannot be a sphere I'm living on. The mountain of proof that it's flat and stationary is like that. Zero proof for a globe, loads of proof to say that it's flat and stationary. I'm not a religious guy, I'm a science guy. And I had to go through cognitive dissonance. I believed I lived on a
But
globe.
how, if it's flat, how can I travel from Japan to around and back to Tokyo without traveling like this, or how? If it's flat, then
There you go. Right, here I'm in Japan.
yeah,
Where do you want to go?
back to Japan. Yeah, but that tells me that what's in the circle. Is this the North Pole, or is this, there's
Yep.
North Pole, there's South Pole.
North Pole, South Pole.
Yeah.
Yep.
Then have to be on top of each other because there's two poles.
Well, this is
And then you have to go walk around like this, not around this, because what's in the middle then?
Yeah.
Then you have to decide if there's a North Pole or a South Pole.
Well, this is going by their teachings. We have a compass, which is flat, and you hold it flat. Right?
Yeah, but still, so you deny that Roald Amundsen went to the North and South Pole.
The north to south circumnavigation has never been done. Never been done.
It's not possible.
No, but
Not possible.
but
Yeah,
still,
there's mountains in the way.
then you don't believe the equator either.
Yeah, there is an equator.
Where's that then?
Well, the equator is where it is. The
but what's-
countries are on the equator.
But how can it be flat? And is this the equator? But then it doesn't make sense.
Well,
It doesn't make sense that
we
the
could take
equator.
a square or we could take a circle.
Yeah,
right?
but it doesn't make sense that equator is in Ecuador and in Indonesia, for example. It doesn't make sense if we follow that logic, because if it goes like this, where is everything? Where is
What was at the end?
It's at the end. This is what we don't know. This is what we're trying to bring people's awareness to.
What you're saying?
What are you using
no
the-
one's ever been to the end. Yeah, it's
Well,
flat.
this is the thing. Part of the psychological tricks that the governments have used is to put images of a flat Earth into people's mind, that it's a flat disc and that you can fall off the edge. That their
But it wasn't
cartoons-
it wasn't governments that founded that it was a circle. It was Copernicus.
Copernicus was a Jesuit priest.
Yeah, but he on his deathbed he told that they thought that the Earth was in the middle of the universe,
Yeah.
and he told on his deathbed that it wasn't. Yeah, and then you have Galileo Galilei and all those guys. They were not governments telling them to say this.
They were Jesuit priests.
Bruno was sent into prison. He was executed because of his beliefs that there was a higher, that there was a universe, not that the Catholic Church was the law. And he was executed. Why would he do that if he was a Jesuit priest?
Well,
It doesn't make sense because
Copernicus was a Jesuit priest.
yeah, of course they were. But all people that were you had to be a priest to go to school to learn things.
Because they controlled everything.
Yeah, but why would he? Because you say you shouldn't believe anything. He didn't believe it. He took these things that church told him,
Yeah.
and then he denounced that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why would that guy? For
It's not,
400 years
it's not so
ago,
much that these people would lie deliberately. It might be that they were misguided, that they were mistaken. There's so many. I mean, 400
they
years
would
ago.
be executed for what they believed, what they said.
Yeah. Well, I can only go by, official sources that tell me that's what happened and that these people were actually real people. I tend not to go into that kind of side of it because, I'm not there. I don't know who these people were. But what I do know is that the religious institutions controlled society, and they still do. They infiltrated science. They created things like NASA. They used Nazi scientists who they brought out from Germany through a thing called Project Paperclip.
Yeah, because they needed the rockets.
Yeah.
Because they had the first jet-propelled rockets. They needed that rocket to go to the moon. So why?
So you think?
But they didn't. You knew the Earth was round before Nazi symbolism came in. Before Nazi scientists.
I highly doubt.
1800s, 1750. They knew.
Yeah.
Like when that guy that found like shadow stars, or what they call dark stars, like the Haley guy. Haley, that
Halley's Comet.
Huh?
I'm in discovered Halley's Comet.
Yeah,
But see-
he knew that the Earth was round. In his words, he says like you can see things that are round at the sky because
But
they are a circle.
Can I stop you, right?
Yeah.
Can I stop you? Because I'm not interested in guys that lived 200 years ago. I can only go by now. Now, that's a red herring. Do you know what a logical fallacy is? Right. So, if I see circles in the sky,
Yeah.
that's no scientific proof that I live on a circle. Right? That's like saying the pool balls are round, therefore the pool table's round. Do you understand?
Yeah, I understand what you mean.
That's a logical fallacy. So I look for real proofs, testable, repeatable, measurable proof of
But they
all
measure it
claims.
with mathematics.
But mathematics is a form of science. You can start from a
But
false axiom.
everything is built around mathematics.
No, it's not.
You like the smallest atoms is mathematics.
Yep.
Like quantics, what called
If you let,
quantum mechanics. Everything is built around mathematics. Mathematics is the universal language.
yeah, but this is the thing. Mathematics is reality was here before mathematics. Okay.
Yeah.
So men created a language to describe reality, and they called it mathematics. Mathematics, you can start from a false axiom and build a construct based on your false axiom. Where mathematics is found to be lacking is when you take it and you try and apply it to actual real life observations. Now, if you don't have the real life observation, your mathematics is wrong. So they'll tell you in mathematics that water can conform to spheres, you can have negative and positive pressure systems existing side by side in mathematics. So what I'm saying to people is, can you give me a practical example for the mathematics? If you don't have the practical example, there's something wrong with your mathematics.
Yeah, but
Just like, if I don't have the pink unicorn to show you, is it reality?
you can't prove a pink unicorn. You can prove that there is something else in universe.
So
universe
prove to me how a body of water conforms to the exterior of a
But
sphere.
I'm not a scientist. I don't know the
We're all
mathematics that is-
scientists. Natural science is about your common sense and your
Yeah.
observations.
Natural science, but like if you believe that mathematics is the universal language of everything that exists,
Yeah.
then with my level of mathematics, I can prove anything because I haven't read enough to know this mathematics.
But you still believe what they tell you.
I believe what I tell you because people that are like Isaac Newton, who is maybe probably one of the greatest geniuses that ever lived, tell me that. Like he and others that have proven his works tell me that. Like Einstein, I don't say I'm
So-
smarter than Einstein.
No, but this is what I'm saying. You're saying that they've proved it. What I'm asking you is, where is the proof?
No, but still, okay. I can't like put my hand on the moon and say this.
But can you show me how water conforms to a sphere?
No,
Well, why do we believe it?
because of gravity.
Give me a practical example of gravity.
practical example of gravity, like
You jump and fall
Earth.
down.
Earth goes
I
around.
can
the
explain
moon.
that with density and buoyancy.
Why do
simply.
Why do the moon travel around the Earth?
We'll go to that in a wee minute. Let's just stick to gravity.
No.
No, let's.
What are you using the
Do you need to
film
go?
for,
We're
actually?
studying.
What are you using the film for, actually? Who are
That's
you
just for a
guys?
YouTube.
Who are you guys?
This is for my YouTube channel.
Yeah, and it is about that we shouldn't believe what everything.
No, what we're trying to get is real people's reaction to these questions, and that's what you've given. You know, you've given a real reaction. It's not to convince you.
Then you're not like editing this video, so it
No,
looks
no,
like
no.
I'm agreeing to this.
We'll show the whole thing. You know, as it is.
Okay.
We're not here to make anybody look silly. But you know, I'm not here to try and slant anything. I'm interested in reality and real truth. That's all I'm interested in. So no, don't worry about that. You know, it's nothing sinister.
What's the YouTube name?
Beyond the imaginary curve.
I'm telling you, this is kind of like the Matrix, where you have the blue pill and you have the red pill. Once you take it, there's no going back. What I'm telling you is everything's been a lie. There is no space. The sun, the moon, and the stars are inside the firmament, just like God had said. There is no trillions and trillions of outer darkness. That has been a lie. Even from the beginning, for ages, Christians have used Isaiah 40:22. It is he that sitteth upon the circle of the earth, they say. The circle, see? But as you look in the Hebrew, you'll find circle is completely different than ball. Now you'll say, well, ball, they didn't know what a ball was in Hebrew. Interesting. In Isaiah 40:22, it states that he sit upon the circle. And yet, just go a few chapters back to Isaiah 22:18. Isaiah referred to a ball. Isaiah had the word for ball. He did not use to describe it when it came to the earth, because it is round, not a ball. So this whole idea that we think that because something is a circle, it has to be a ball, is false. And if you look to the Bible, you will see, definitely, take off your biases. Take it out. Try your hardest not to come into this with a bias, and read Genesis for the first time. And God said, let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters. And God made the firmament and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament. And it was so. And God called the firmament heaven. Genesis 1:6-8. When you read Genesis and you come to this conclusion, your whole worldview literally changes. The whole idea of a global idea is completely smashed. It's obliviated. It doesn't matter anymore because it's never been the truth. You have to understand, without a globe model, there could have never been a Big Bang. Our universe, our solar system, everything hinges to bring us to how we came to be with evolution. You have to follow this train of thought all the way back, not just stop at evolution. Billions and billions of years ago, we're told. But no, we're a young Earth creationist, we'll say. It's like 6,000 years. Great, let's talk about the universe. Are the stars 1.4 quintillion miles away? Everything's masqueraded in distances, something that no one can even conceive. It's silly. It doesn't make sense. And if we look at the Bible, we'll start to see that it's been clear all along. God literally is right above us, looking in on the firmament. The Bible's very clear. He has compassed the waters with bounds. If you understand that the waters are even kept in with boundaries.
He gon' send his hand, destruction gotta come, that's how he get us out this lane. The devil working hard, trying to get us out his plane. His sheep hear his voice, so he can't get us out his hand. We gon' trust the Son of Man, blow your wings, Father. Your kingdom coming, we just trying to make it in, Father. Rather we